Hi, everybody. I noticed something about myself today. So, this is another Be Raw and Real moment that I wanted to share. I thought it was very timely in regards to several of the posts that I've been posting. And so, I want to share something about myself. Yes, I am human, I admit it, and I can feel humbled by it. So I continue to learn lessons every day, and that's my decision for my life. And yes, I continue to learn about things that interest me, yet it also must be a daily goal for me to learn something about myself. I've always said throughout my whole life, and for, probably 20 years or more, learn something new every day. Because in my work life, I used to get really excited about learning something new or figuring something out, and it just used to excite me. I was one of those folks in the corporate world that every 3 years or so I would get pretty tired, or I'll use the word bored. So learning something new for me every day has been a goal. Little did I know what this saying that I've had for all these years was going to prove to me in such a deeper way. And that's what I wanted to share with you today. So I learned another lesson looking at myself, one that means I needed to step out of hiding, putting on that mask from another layer of myself. And, it felt uncomfortable. It can actually feel really painful because, again, for me, it's in my chest, it's in my belly, and of course it's up here. And I was noticing, this is the funny part, I was noticing arguments going on in my head with myself. Of course, I'm not using words and outwardly talking to anybody else. Why should I compromise what I think is right? I want to laugh because it really is funny on the other end. Doesn't feel funny when you're going through it, but it's funny on the other end. And that was my aha moment. I saw my ego. It was front and center, and it was putting up the hand like, oh no, not happening. It was clouding my mind. And how ironic that I posted again something about this today, and wham, God, the universe, source sends it to me again to remind me to be humble and always learn and learn from failure. So I wanted to share with you that it feels hard and it feels difficult to decide. And for me, it was a core value was being compromised, something that I had prided myself in for years and held on to this idea of who I was so tightly that when an opportunity presented itself and my ego came out, then I knew. Walk the talk, Diana. I said to myself, really, walk the talk. Move through this. There's light on the other side. And I know there's light on the other side because I've been peeling away layers for years, and I hope to continue to peel away layers because I want to grow and learn every day. There is so much inner joy from learning the lesson on the other side. And that's, again, what I teach. So when you feel like this and the discomfort is striking at your core, ask yourself, is it really that important? Or is this an opportunity to learn and grow? An opportunity to see yourself through growth, through lessons, which basically equates to greater awareness and consciousness. Hi, Kristen. Nice to have you join me. So that was my lesson once again today. Another humbling for Diana, and forgive my dogs. They sit in the window, and when people walk by, they growl. So you might be hearing that going on in the background. Anyway, that was my humble lesson for today. Hi, Joel. Thanks for joining. I was just talking about a humble lesson that I had today in finding a very deep core value that I needed to move beyond. And one of the other things that I'd seen, and forgive me, I do not remember the author's name at this moment, but he talked about failure and how, this may sound very familiar to you guys. The father puts their children to bed and asks, what are you grateful? What are 3 things that you're grateful and thankful for today? Well, he take it one step further and asked, name one thing that you failed at today. And if they can't come up with anything, basically his response was, "Ah, well, maybe tomorrow will be a better day." And I just loved it because he's teaching that failure brings lessons and that we can learn and grow from every experience that we go through. You know, life isn't, full of pretty roses with no thorns. So I thought it was really timely, and it was something that I think that I'm going to spark up in my life. And ask my husband if he wants to play three things that you're grateful and thankful for, and one thing that you failed at today. It's another way to grow closer to the people that we love, but it's a gift that I'm going to give to myself. So I had my dose of humility today, and I'm grateful for it. I'm honestly grateful for it. I'm grateful to see it. I'm grateful to move past it and to be on the other side of it where I can actually laugh about it. I can actually say, wow, that felt pretty painful going through it, but, thank goodness, because now I have a deeper understanding, not only of myself, but the words that I've used for much of my adult life. Learn a lesson every single day, and that lesson can actually hit a core value that you've carried with you for all your life, something you've prided yourself in. I know the one that I hit today was something that I had put, I guess, up on a pedestal. I want to say it was so high up there that it was like really uncomfortable to move out of. Yet it was necessary, and I truly believe it was delivered divinely to me and in divine timing, not only for myself, for one of my clients that I talked to earlier, and several of my friends that I've actually connected with in the last couple of days. So, divinely timed, and I'll accept it, and I thank the source for it. And I just wanted to share with you today, once again, I'm humble and I'm human, and I'm going to keep on keeping on in this life and learning the lessons that come my way through those moments of feeling, uncomfortable, to find that silver lining in there, because it's there and I know it's there, and I just have to keep going. So if any of this resonated with you, if you want to understand how to do this more in your life and how to become more aware and pay attention to those things that come about in your life, you know the drill. Give me a call, or private message me so we can have a call, so we can have a conversation, see if we resonate with one another, see if our personalities and our vibrations match, so that we can work together and I can help guide you to a place of more inner joy in your life. So until then, may you all have a blessed day. Bye.